Welcome back, dear ones. In the two previous videos, we were discussing PTSD and we were working through some of the symptoms that you may experience if you are suffering from PTSD, if you have long-held trauma and unhealed emotions. And I will continue on that path today. And what I want to bring up today is another effect if you have lived in a state where your nervous system was triggered, that you felt like life was a threat, maybe due to circumstances or the environment, the people around you. Then what happens with us then is that our brain, if that is our circumstances for an extended period of time, what happens is that when something is happening in our life, or we are going through challenges or just regular shifts in life that is actually natural, our brain tend to think that the worst case scenario will happen. So if you find yourself being constantly thinking negatively, that things will turn out bad, it doesn't have to be this very conscious thinking. It may be that in the background it's just this instant respond to life, that what if this happens, what if that happens, and then this will happen, and you go down that rabbit hole of fear and expecting the worst. And also it's not just only your thoughts, it may be your physical responses as well. We touched on this too in the first video, about you responding with adrenaline and move into that flight fight respond. So that is the human nature, that is our normal defense mechanism. If life have been difficult for us and we are used to have to face challenges and things not really going our way, maybe in more recent experiences or in our childhood, that we were constantly in having being on our toes, being prepared, being on high alert. Our brain then respond by expecting the worst for us to be prepared, because that is what we are used to. So first of all, I don't want you to blame yourself, accuse yourself for always being so negative, or why can't I just think positively about this and expecting the best outcome. So just first of all, I want you to just know that this is how the human brain works, and it is for you to think it is keeping you safe, that it's helping you to be prepared. So the mind doesn't really understand the difference. The brain doesn't understand the difference between that this is an actual threat that is in front of me right now, or this may happen. This is what I make up with my thoughts. It responds the same way if it's a actual physical threat in front of you, or it is just a fearful thought. And that brings us into this negative loop of expecting the worst, negative thinking. And it makes your life difficult, right? It makes you thinking narrow. It doesn't expand you to be open and for the best solutions, be open to higher vibrational solutions and miracles to operate in your life, because we tend to close down, we tend to extract our energy bodies, and of course that many of those things never happens, and it is just such a waste of energy and life of living to be in that negativity. So what I want us to do today is, what I want to offer is this helping to soothe and to calm that aspect that operates in your mind, in your brain, that is always on the guard, always that voice that speaks of fear. And again, this is a way to, what we are doing by restoring this aspect of you, is that we are helping to heal and to balance and soothe the nervous system, because it is always about all about the nervous system. And you may come into receptive mode and just relax right now. And you can do much to help by really move yourself several times a day into a relaxed state, because that addresses to your brain that all is good. All is good. So if you think that you are relaxed already, just give yourself permission to let go even deeper. There are so many layers of relaxation. As we connect to Source, as I connect to you through your higher self. So what the first message I get is that many of you are holding so much tension in your muscles. So when we are in this flight response, there's always some level of tension in our muscles that we are ready to move. And you guys remind you to remember that the heart is a muscle as well. And of course the heart is always doing its job, so it's always in a working pace, but at the same time allow the heart to relax. That is to live with an open heart. That is to live in faith. Relax your belly. Relax your mind. Relax your brain. Misi sano no se sheto sa shakior samiano shai kikianta sha sufu shai atiar se yaya koko shai te sai kiko shete noru so shai ki yanare se shokoko kumuna she shikro sa shai en rese shai kir snel or eate shakior so sho no sho shai yaya no shai ki sana sheko she senoro shai shaki de shen ko shai kyosho no shai. So what they start by doing, you guys, is to they bring this is an fusion of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. They show me the number 3 and 33 that talks about this trinity, the divine union and the birth of the Christed inner child. So when we have felt as victims, we are not in our divine masculine and divine feminine energies. We don't trust. We don't feel safe. We don't think that we have the ability and what it takes to change our lives, our situation, we then become the victims of other people and circumstances. And so when there is a balance, and when we are tapping into the inner child, the Christ, the inner child, the healed, the divine inner child, that is when we move into that playfulness, that state of creation, when we experience the good in life, and when we experience life to be something joyful, a miracle and adventure. Mimi shane shike shukuru san shekia I or unuso sheteria na kikoshai. Simunu shayeti kiki shana se shoko. Shukur se shanai tere sa kikoshai. Mi unishe se kushanere se shoko. So they are activating the divine masculine within you, because that is the case many times, that it's this imbalance in the masculine energies in you. So if you picture a lion that is so full of power, that knows its strength, its capacity, it is most of the time it is in a resting mode, because it knows what it needs. It will do what it takes to protect the tribe, the family, the young ones, sister and brothers. So they are relaxed. They don't need to be prepared. They don't need to show off all the time. They can just, they trust in their capacity, in their strength. And they want to wake this within you as well. So whatever you've been through, those are not the circumstances for you anymore. You are not the victim. You are not the helpless one. Whatever your life is providing you with, whatever you're experiencing in life, is it's not more than you can take, even though it may feel like it's many times, even though it may break you. They say it is breaking down for you to awaken, to grow beyond that glass ceiling, beyond your former limitations. And yes, of course, it may be challenging, may be painful. But remember, dear ones, you have what it takes, and you are therefore safe. Kimurusa shantekum imiriasana shai. Kinur usane kiarsa shane kukushai. Sonur ishana eherno saki kikeshakorosan. And they are clearing some of the illusions about the divine masculine that some of you hold, that the to be safe, to be in your masculine energies, is to always be on guard, to be on high alert, to be prepared. That's not what it's about. The divine masculine is centered, is relaxed, but knows its capacity and its strength. Me ursa shekoro are in divine communication and expression. Me ursa shekoros an ur sekietas. Mi urianne sekiku fiarsan orsai sheko. Mi ursa shaya noroshoko sasha. I ursa shehor ianaya ka shekianese. Nur Seyoko Shayaterana, bringing you into an even deeper relaxed state, not just here and now, that a more permanent, deeper relaxation. Nashai Kir Surjalerenishi Kimur Sashai Kikuneshe. And the difference between always making up the worst case scenario in your mind and have what it takes to face a challenge when it is your reality, not just in your mind. That is the difference. That is what they helping you to discern. Sashayarasa kimorono shayeteki sita shano shana shakirisai mi ayale sikosha. Niya Neyoko Archangel Michael Miseto Shem Teresa Kasher Oronosho Kiko Shoro Sanaki Anorosho Kokoko Santa Shanaki Oronoshono Miwia Yanasane Shoko Koko Shai Tiki Kashai Si Ur Sasasa Sheko Koko Suspicious Clearing Suspiciousness Ur E Aranane Kiko Mistrust Mi Ur Sashere Nearono Koko Koko thinking that life is against you, that people are working against you. So no shai ataranai eko sashai terineko sasha, that you will be deprived of what is rightfully yours if you don't guard it. Tetene shekaro santarana korono shai atatara de koronosho, that you need to manipulate, and go grab nerisen toroshan ter ppp yanar sekren neseki chukoroto mi ui aner he shakara san aresho see shanaina see ages and generations of warriors of Tesho businessmen, Tosho Karana Santa Daya Ranakai Shanada that are in this destructive energy of controlling, lying, manipulating, and going to war for defending. Kosho e Santa Daya to undo the enemy, Korosa Shana, to this clearing this energy of fear and of fight and of war and of aggression. Sakariana Resha Korono. Suspiciousness, so shoro, nor, anayatare shakranaki. Mi an es osh ai shake ski sko sa shanere shoko. Tamer anna shake korososhono qui an ar ioso. Mi san so shai ke to shai. Mi o shai te tseko suni yarese. Mi wana yanare se kosh ai enere hum. Shi toto sonto shanta shantoroshe. Be ursanai, and I now ask and I pray for each and every one of you to have a realization of what the divine masculine energies truly are, to be shown, to start to be open to receive a blessing of balancing the divine masculine within you, whether you are a female or a man. Neton Kishan Eo au an esh Simrosan nae te shoko Sekoro shai te are do shandai kiandeshe Aur sokoko Muy anashei I oku he anashau. And I see how the divine feminine in you are rising. So in this stability, in this safe space, the divine feminine in you are thriving. Shituja ishenare sandata shikorosan eliar anat, that is the creative energy that brings blessings. Sashenore sa shenare muene shekoko, that brings forth the divine inner child. She uroshuta shai kai santatash. Yanta ju dere santa shai. Tu shai endana ekra santo, the blessed one, the innocent one, the shu shai kayanai. She santa shekri santo, the experienced life to be an adventure. The world is a good place, that all people are friends. that miracles, abundance in all its forms, is its birthright. Sai shikrosana liane orsa shaitrekon kinkiarse shikorosa, and they're showing me in the tarot deck, the tarot card, the Fool. That's the same energy that goes out in the world to experience and to just trust the universe has its back, and trust its ability, trust that everything good awaits you. And we will now receive the blessing of this energy to replace the old ones. And then the elementals are so, of course, assisting us. Kinturu shunturu shikiki perinete kai akeke sitututututu literena maniana tatatatatatatatakitetutuntu teki kapataki. Kinoru sotututu kikikipiti tata ane hai hai kitetusha nekete ateteperutututututututu petikititututututututututu ne apanayata kikukosososo ai hai ai ai o turutututututu tikimiretutu. Hi, ooh, si me, ooh, ay, and they say that we are rewiring the brain. And they also say that if that sounds scary for some of you, it is just bringing you back to your attuned self, they say, the one that is attuned with source. They said this is you becoming more of who you truly are. The scary thing is to be disconnected from your essence, from your nature. And they say, yes, believe me, you all have been disconnected. And they ask you again, did not that bring you pain? And they show me that is like living life, always be constantly walking up hills, trying to swim against the stream, against the tides. And they say, is it so difficult for you humans to trust and believe that life can be good? And they say, to answer some of you, yes, we know you have experienced difficulties, that you have experienced pain, but that does it mean that it always have to be that way? And they also say that with thinking that because of what you have been experiencing, that it logical will stay the same, doesn't that keep you in that same frequency? Isn't that you deciding that this is what you are going to experiencing in the future as well? And they say, can you hand over the key to us to unlock a new possibility, a different reality? Some of you are very stubborn, they say. That some elementals are always very direct. And for those of you who had the courage to hand over the key, whatever that means to you, to surrender to the elementals, to unlock a new possibility for you, this is what they are doing now. And I see how the parts of your brain are lightening up. It's getting activated. And where there were darkness in the brain, where there was negativity, fear, they're now those areas are now infused by light. Eno so sanne shai petere shuku. Ki o shete shike sente shike perene. Esotto shotteripe e o pitisha o pitu o. Just breathe. Receive the codes. Guides are adjusting your field, clearing away some old stories, some old experiences. They are detaching you from some memories. The memories may still be there, but we don't operate from the energies of those memories and the impact it had on us. So, and Archangel Michael again, with his sword of truth, cutting through the illusions, inviting you to come into a 0 point, into that place of stillness within you. Resting here. Shai Saka Nors. Mush I Mewana Yautush. Sim Muriantarese. Kinuresem Eish Ursar. All is well. Breathe the codes down. And as always, you can repeat this transmission whenever you feel guided, because it goes layer by layer. And I want to repeat this, that many of those traits we have, those expression it takes for us, it is a false sense of safety. It is our lower mind, our human self, our reptile brain that think that this will keep us safe, prepared, and so on, for us to not go through difficulties and experience that pain again. So what happens is that, of course, we are prepared, but we do not open up for a change. We stay stuck in those energies and the manifestations of those energies. So it may take some time. Some of us go through such immense pain, so we are ready to just move beyond them. But for most people, it is layer by layer. It is as far as we are ready to let go each and every time. So it will work through each and every layer, one layer at a time, as when you revisit the transmission. So do as you feel guided. And know that this also is it won't do to you or for you more than you can take. It is you are safe. You are held during your journey, your way back home to you. And I send you many blessings, dear ones.